It was literally like, he's like, okay, I'm going to go rob this bank. Okay, you get in the getaway car.
Yeah.
And she goes in the getaway car, goes to the police station. Like, my boyfriend's going to rob the bank. How cool is that? All right, I got to go pick him up. I'll be right back.
Dear Shandy. Welcome to your brand new Dear Shandy Bachelor in Paradise recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Oh, good.
Doing good.
Yes.
Yeah, feeling
just 'cause
good.
you were just singing.
I was. We were having a nice duet.
Right before going, we were singing. Andy needed to loosen up.
Oh, yeah.
Your go-to singing piece is like brass band
Yeah,
style.
Sousa.
Yeah, Susan.
Yeah, it's the style of warm-up I
You
like.
know, a fun fact that you don't actually know. I remember when we first started dating and you knew who Sousa was. And it wasn't in this annoying way where you were like, I know who Sousa is. It's just you happen to reference Sousa.
Yeah, I played Sousa.
Yeah, I fell a little bit. Well, I didn't
Oh.
love you yet, but I was like, oh,
You know
Sousa.
what? I remember that. And I actually fell in love with you a little more for falling in love with me a little more for Sousa.
Wait, you recognized that I recognized that you knew?
I didn't think it was special that I knew who Sousa was. But when
Oh.
you knew who Sousa was, then I was like, wow, that's...
Well, if it was not special that you knew who Sousa was, why would it be special that I knew who Sousa was?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Well, Sousa brought us closer together. Now everyone's going to go and Google Sousa. You should have more Sousa in your life. Honestly, there's a time and a
Sousa
place.
is absolutely great. There's always... Sousa is always good.
Yes.
If you're sad, it's good. If
Yeah.
you're happy, it's great.
Yes.
If you're on the go...
Oh, if
It's
you're
always
getting ready to
amazing.
go and like you want to be in a good mood, just put on some Sousa. We blast it all the time.
It makes you feel good about the world. Like
Yeah.
it feels like there's hope.
Okay, well, Andy, do we have any other housekeeping?
We do. This is the time of season.
Oh, yes.
This happens periodically through the year where
Mhm.
we beg for reviews.
Yeah, I don't know if beg is the word, but we do request that if you are maybe a new Shandy or maybe just a lazy Shandy, maybe you're the kind of Shandy who just takes and doesn't give, this is the time of year or time of season where we ask you to maybe go over to Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Maybe you subscribe here on YouTube. It's really easy. The button is right there. Or maybe you hit the notification bell. You do all these things. It's very tiny on your part. It's just sort of a tap, maybe a few clicks. But for us, it makes a huge difference. It
Yeah.
helps us grow and it makes us feel better about ourselves.
It does. We're very weak people.
Okay, well, Andy, are you ready to get going recapping?
Oh, also congratulations on your concert in Lake Tahoe that you just completed.
Oh, yeah. I just got back late last night from Lake Tahoe.
Yeah. Isn't
Yes.
that amazing? You should
Yeah.
take stock of that. It's a cool life. Get to go fly off to Lake Tahoe and sing.
No, it was very, I have a tendency to spend too much time thinking about like being nervous beforehand and like thinking about what could go wrong and what I
Yeah.
need to nail. And then afterwards, I have a hard time just enjoying. So thank you, Andy. I'm going to take stock. Yes.
Good.
I sang in Lake Tahoe with Classical Tahoe over the weekend. And actually 2 Shandies, I didn't advertise this anywhere. I didn't put it on socials. I didn't say it here, but there were still 2 Shandies there, which I thought
Oh.
was so sweet.
That's
So thank you for coming out. It was really great meeting you. Okay, Andy, are you ready to get going recapping episode 7?
I am.
This was, I gotta say, a good episode.
I agree.
This might have been my favorite
Really?
episode. Yeah. It had a little bit of everything, like actions that drove you crazy and also actions that, like, we actually ended up having a debate.
We did.
How often do we watch any of these shows and you and I get in a debate and I had to be like, stop. We have to save it for the recap. So there might be a debate coming in this
Maybe.
one.
I've rethought some things.
I've rethought some things too. Oh
Wait, have-
no, are we going to just agree again?
Oh, no. Shh, let's wait.
Okay. So episode 7 kicks off with, I thought this was hilarious, an intro with animals as the contestants,
Very funny.
including a cat. And they said, we got lazy here because it was a cat.
That was funny.
Around Paradise, we see Brian and Parisa. I thought this was interesting. They not only seem good
Yeah.
after what seemed like a pretty rough time
Yeah, they
last
seem
week.
great.
When they showed that night cam footage of them in bed, remember she was talking about how her feelings and she was upset. And last week they took the same footage or the same, I think, night cam evening and made him seem really dismissive. But here they show him being kind of nice, like him saying he doesn't want her to change who she is and all this stuff.
You don't have to apologize to me. I don't want you to change who you are.
I just thought that was interesting.
Editing.
Yes. It's lying by omission, isn't it?
Mhm.
Last week, didn't it feel like they purposely left out the part where he says that he doesn't want her to change?
Yeah.
Kim and Faith, the update with him is he got another EKG. They're going to give him a heart monitor. And there's a very touching scene here where Faith cries.
I know.
And this now looking back, this was sort of foreshadowing for these two
Yeah.
and whether or not what they have is real. But I mean, she cried.
She cried. She cried in a way that you cry when you're losing someone, not when you're just sad about something happening to a stranger or an acquaintance.
That's how it seemed to me,
Yeah.
but we'll circle back to them. Okay, so we have our next relationship test. This one is called Secret Rendezvous, Andy. They're in booths. They have to answer questions on their chalkboards. And if they match with someone who is not their current match 5 times, then they get like a secret meeting where they get to see each other. This is
a whole lot of fanfare for not a lot of fire.
I felt like this should have shown up way sooner
Yeah.
in the season. Like on week 2.
Yeah.
You know, when you're still not 100% sure, but at this point they're all
Didn't make
locked
sense.
in.
They built that whole house structure. That's so much work went into this.
Yeah.
And it was really a dud.
Yeah. Was it a dud? Let me think.
It was a dud.
It was a bit of a dud.
Total dud. Nothing happened.
All it really gave us were our winners because Jonathan and Leia win, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. They're the most compatible couple, even though they're not romantic.
Hilarious.
I did think there were some funny answers here. Favorite role-playing characters in the bedroom. Alicia misspells secretary. That was pretty good. It was something about the misspelling of the word secretary was funny to me. The best time of day to have sex. Some people are like night. Some people are like morning. Jeremy's like 10 p.m.
Yeah, no, he's very regimented.
How you recharge after a long day. And both Alex and Andrew put rot in bed.
That's weird.
I feel like they've said that.
They've said that.
Right?
They had to have.
Is that
That's
a
a weird? No, maybe that's a thing people say. I don't know.
It's like those pancakes are fire. Like
Right.
let's rot in
like
bed.
that's a saying now.
Some of the couples that match up who are not already matched up. I mean, I feel like it was everyone. The only thing they didn't show was Golden's and Young's matching up, but I kind of feel like that probably happened anyway. But for example, Alicia and Andrew, which is hilarious. And I love how he walks in. He was like, I have a really good thing going with Alex.
He felt like he got caught or something.
I know. Parisa and Dale, Kim and Kathy. I mean, doesn't it feel like Kathy has actual beef with Kim?
I think Kathy has beef with everyone.
She does. It's part of her MO, isn't
It's a
it?
pain in the ass.
Leia and Jeremy, Bailey and Spencer. Suspenseful music now building up to Bailey and Brian. Andy, you called this so stupid.
So dumb.
Yeah. This whole I really think that this would have worked earlier in the season. Just when people they don't know each other well enough yet where it feels like a betrayal.
Yeah, this should have been the first challenge.
Yes. Well, part of the
Before-
issue was there were no challenges.
There were no challenges, yeah.
Okay, there's a funny moment where Alex is taking off her headphones. I have to point this out because it's fourth wall breakage. You guys know I love this. She takes off the headphones and says, "Oh my God, I haven't heard music in so long."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this really reminded me of, I mean, it's been a long time now, but when I was on The Bachelor, when we took our first plane ride and I heard music, like how often, I mean, let's be honest, when we use the monitors in front of us on a plane, we're usually watching a TV show or watching a movie. Not all of us are listening to music.
Oh, so you're not allowed to listen to music in the
No.
house because it's copyright and it also will screw up the
No,
filming.
it's not
You'll hear it.
No, but I'll even in your free time, they don't want, music is like, there's reprieve in music.
So why
You're
can't
not allowed books.
So when you go to sleep, you can't just listen to music?
No.
Really? They
Yeah.
disallow music?
Well, they don't let you have any device that would play music.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, no music. Well, think about it. Music can bring you calm. It can like
Right.
put you in a good mood. It can whatever. And a book can take you somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
they want you there. They
wanna
want you in the
keep
pressure
you in
cooker.
the turbulence.
Yes.
Like no relief.
Yeah. And
That's amazing. Why don't you, I can't believe you never told me that. You love music. You live for music.
Well, when I listened to music on that first flight from LA to Seoul, I was listening to classical music from the monitor and I cried
wow.
for a long time.
That's an amazing story. I never heard this story.
Oh, yeah, no music. Purposely to drive you crazy.
Wow.
I remember one time when we were in Vietnam, there was like time off and a producer played music from her iPhone or whatever. And we were all like, we were like putting in requests.
Yeah.
We were all excited to hear music.
It's so funny because when you watch the show, they're constantly playing music.
I know.
So you feel like they're listening to music too.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting? I noticed this when I was watching that challenge. Everyone seemed to be really bouncing to the music. I was like, why are they enjoying this music so much? It's probably just fine music.
Yeah.
Everyone was bouncing.
Yeah, they were jamming to the music. Isn't that cute?
So funny.
Yeah.
People love music.
The universal language.
Yeah. Vibration. Everything vibrates. What is music? Have you ever sat and been like, listen to a piece of music and just say like, what is this?
This has to
have power. This has to have meaning.
Yeah.
Right?
And certainly like another, I don't know, form of life. Would they hear this?
Would they hear, like, if there were aliens, which there probably are, let's be honest, somewhere far in the galaxy who were advanced, would they hear Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and be like, that's good. It's good music. Or good whatever in their language. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I would imagine.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
It has to be good in all life forms. Beethoven cannot be bad anywhere.
I feel like that's the ultimate composer cred is when aliens are like, that's good.
Like, who's my audience? Oh, it's some giggly box in Sector 9. Oh, yeah, that'll be good. You know what's interesting? All things vibrate. All things. Atoms vibrate, electrons vibrate, little subatomic particles vibrate, space-time itself vibrates. Everything is vibrating at a frequency. That's why we resonate with music, is because we're all we are is vibrations.
Oh, Andy, you're getting excited.
I am.
I love it.
Well, as soon as space comes in, I'm like, yeah. It's like Bachelor. I'm like, oh.
We'll get there. It gets good
I like
soon,
Bachelor
I swear.
too. I like it too. I've grown to love it.
In the evening, Jeremy asks Spencer, is rendezvous French?
Was he joking?
I don't...
Well, look, I'll give him a pass on the rendezvous being French. I don't know if I'm going to give him a pass on what does rendezvous mean.
Yeah, he didn't know whether it was French or not, or whatever. What it meant. Spencer's our culture consultant.
Culture expert.
He defined this for him. Great White Lotusy music playing while Brian is sort of putting together his card for Bailey. Can we talk about the music? This season.
Good stuff.
It's really on point. We're talking about music so much today, but really it's excellent music.
Yeah.
Different. It's not just all the same thing. It really felt like suddenly became kind of White Lotusy and like it becomes edgy and kind of like instrumental and sort of like, I don't know, it kept me on the edge of my seat. It's really excellent. Brian sends a I just want to talk card to Bailey, and now we have a girl talk over with Jess, Kat, and Alex. They talk about how ridiculous it is that Jonathan has the rose. I thought this was an interesting conversation.
Yeah. People are starting to get wise to Jonathan.
Oh, wise.
Yeah.
Meaning?
I mean, they're realizing that he's a little bit of a fraud.
A fraud how?
I don't know.
What
I don't know how he's a fraud.
What are you getting at?
There's multiple ways that he could be a fraud, but he's one of them.
I just think it's interesting that even Kat, Kat has been, I thought that they were kind of close. And I mean, these girls have all been, Jess, Kat, and Alex have all been around since the beginning. Jonathan's been there. You'd think that they would be buddies. No. But Jonathan seems to not be one of the girls, nor is he one of the guys either. Because even with all the bro code stuff later, he's like not really included.
He's kind of an island. He's isolated himself. Weird situation with Jonathan.
It really is, isn't it? You would think Jonathan, he seems so smooth and so charismatic. You would think he would be beloved by all. But how interesting that they're like, oh, he doesn't deserve that rose.
You know what's interesting? When we saw his season with Jen, we were like, oh, Jonathan should be Bachelor.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing casting saw something. They're like, no, you don't get it. He shouldn't be Bachelor.
No, he shouldn't.
And
I agree.
Like he wouldn't have been a good Bachelor.
Usually the more you see of someone, the more you're like, the more you like them.
Yeah.
And the more you would want to see them in that role. In this case, I'm like, no, you guys were right. I defer to you. You're the experts.
No, they're good.
Jonathan and Leia talk now. He says the last thing he wants to do is hurt someone he cares about. She says she's okay with them being friends. Just be honest about it. I completely agree with her.
Yeah.
The last thing you ever want is to be the last person to hear. The last thing you ever want is to be the last person to hear about something that involves you.
100%.
She didn't want to hear it from Kat that he didn't have romantic feelings for her. And this will also play into my opinion later, by the way, on the Bailey front.
Oh, yes,
yeah. I just think, you never want to be the fool in the room.
No.
The person who knows last.
It makes you feel very, very disrespected.
Yeah, disrespected is the word. And I think that word can be overused sometimes. But in this case, Leia's like, just tell me. And he says, do you like me? Because this is what gets me about Jonathan. He's like, do you like me? Because it feels like fishing. And she's like, yeah, I think you're great. And he's like, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't sure. So you need a guarantee for it to even be a possibility. And then he's like, because, now that I know that, it's not 100% no. And I love how she's like, no.
Yeah.
She's like, just drop it. Like,
Stop.
I don't want to be in the gray area.
Yeah, no.
I love this about her.
Leia's putting her foot down. Good for her.
I'm going to do this thing I do where I'm like, oh, this happens in dating today. But I really do think a lot of guys do this. It's like the door is always open a crack.
Yeah. It's breadcrumbing, right? Isn't that what they call it? Breadcrumbing?
Yeah, but I mean, this is barely, I feel like
this is not even a
crumb. It's like a speck.
Yeah.
But it's like, why even leave it there? You're not interested.
Yeah, he's not interested. He just wants her to want him. I think
You think?
he wants the wanting.
It does.
But he doesn't want the thing.
I can't tell with Jonathan because on one hand, he seems pretty confident to the point where I don't feel like he would need the wanting. Like, I don't feel like he needs to be wanted by other people. But at the same time, him doing this, him being like, oh, because I didn't know you'd like me. Oh, well, in that case, it's not 100% no. It does feel like he just wants to keep the door open a speck for like the chance that he might change his mind. Like he's just, for me, I see Jonathan as a mitigator. He is always mitigating. He's mitigating expectations. He's mitigating reactions. He's mitigating like the fourth wall, like all of our impressions of him. So even this, I think he thought it might make him look good to say, oh, there's still a chance.
So maybe he's trying to be like a politician?
Yes.
To stay on TV as long as possible?
That's how it seems to me.
I would like to meet Jonathan simply to know who Jonathan is.
I agree. I mean, I feel that way about so many people. I like to think that we know pretty soon. But one thing I will say, because we've met a lot of contestants at this point,
of
right?
The nation.
A lot of people of the nation. And would you agree with me when I say that 9 out of 10 times they're exactly who they are on TV?
9 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree. High single digits.
Minimum 8 out of 10. Yeah. Once in a while you get someone who you're like, okay, wow, that person really blew me out of the water.
Yeah.
Ooh, like Abigail and Noah.
Yes.
They blew me out of the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also Jared and Ashley.
Yes.
Who else? Let's keep thinking.
Thomas, we knew we would like. He wasn't like they edited him.
I know, like Thomas was much more impressive than even I thought. Not to
Becca, we loved Becca.
Becca
okay,
and
maybe an 8 to 9.
No, I would say it's like, I would give a little more credit. Maybe like 65% are exactly how they are on TV.
Okay, 60 to 65.
Yeah, it's still a majority. It's a significant majority, but not everyone.
Yeah. We sometimes go into it thinking, oh, we're gonna like this person a lot. And then we're like, oh, no, they were what they were.
And vice versa.
Yes, exactly.
And I can actually predict now who is going to be exactly like I expect them to be.
Really?
Yeah, I've got it down.
Okay, so how is Jonathan?
I have no idea. I don't know who he is.
Really?
No read. He is a
Well, that makes him exactly what he is on TV then.
Jonathan is the kind of guy, he's like the good-looking serial killer.
Yes.
He's the guy you're like, oh my God, that guy? Are you kidding?
Well, we had him over for brunch every weekend.
He's such a nice, good-looking guy, personable.
Yeah.
Seemed like a happy guy.
Totally.
Unboxing of Cozy Earth happening now.
We have a new delivery from Cozy Earth, and this is always a very exciting moment.
There you go.
Ooh.
Unzipping now of Cozy Earth. Look at this bad boy. Oh my.
This is the new Cozy Earth bubble blanket.
Ooh.
Oh, I chose this color. Andy.
Sorry. Oh.
How do they get such softness?
Luxurious.
Isn't it ridiculous?
I don't think I've ever been like swaddled in such luxury.
You know, Cozy Earth understands soft. They understand comfort. They understand coziness. Oh, look. Oh.
It feels like I'm like a polar bear cub in its mother's arms.
You look like you're in the womb.
Polar bear's womb. Is it furry inside the womb? I don't think so.
I mean, that is a really beautiful blanket.
You want to get in this?
I do.
Okay, let's do it.
You know, there is a lot of faux fur out there that feels cheap. They understand the balance of softness and substance.
Yeah. And you know what that would go great with?
Ooh, the Cozy Earth bed sheets made from viscose from bamboo. Andy's joggers. I mean, we have clothes, towels, sheets, pillows. Cozy Earth has taken over our household.
So head to cozyearth.com and use code Shandy for up to 40% off.
That's cozyearth.com, code Shandy. And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to let them know that we, Dear Shandy, sent you.
Because your bed should be more than just your place to sleep. It should be your happy place. So Sharleen, I noticed your top today. What I thought to myself was, that's a top that she is wearing braless.
It would seem that way, isn't it? That's how good Skims undergarments are.
I actually went in to investigate, and I was disappointed to find undergarments there.
Well, Skims has nailed intimates, let's be honest. And their Fits Everybody collection is, I'm biased. It's my favorite of the Skims collections. They have many collections. They're all excellent. But the Fits Everybody collection is the most, like, I'm not wearing anything intimates, if that makes sense. I'm wearing it's the Fits Everybody strapless bra right now. I mean, look at this. I can move so free. The color match is insane. I can wear like an open knit top like this.
It's science.
I mean, I do think there is science. There's certainly R&D put into Skims intimates. We're talking fit, color, the fabric. Some of their fabrics are so stretchy, but I also love it's not stretchy when you don't want it to be stretchy. Like for me, a strapless bra shouldn't be just pure stretchiness. It needs to have some structure. They really understand this. I love that I can go all day in this bra. Look at my movement
it's unbelievable.
In this bra.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've seen a lot of bras in my day.
I don't have to hike it up throughout the day.
Skims has made the bra non-existent. It doesn't exist. It just does the thing a bra does without existing. It's almost like an invisibility cloak.
So shop my favorite bras and underwear at skims.com.
After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you.
Select podcast in the survey and Dear Shandy in the drop-down menu that follows. Okay, so Jonathan and Leah agree they will play as friends officially, and I actually think as friends they will make a formidable couple.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're actually ones to beat, to be honest. I think they're both very wily.
Oh, yeah.
Brian waits for Bailey now while she vents to Parisa about not wanting to do this. So she gets the card and she's like, this is shady. I don't want to do this. Parisa asks, was it Brian? And Bailey doesn't tell her.
Interesting call.
There's a lot of stuff happening here.
Yeah.
Bailey and Parisa, I thought were really close, but I would have thought that Bailey would tell Parisa.
I think Bailey saw it as a favor that she wasn't telling her because she knows Parisa's personality and she knows that if she told her that, Parisa might start spiraling.
But then why tell Parisa in the first place that she was invited on this thing? They're roommates, right?
I think they're roommates.
That makes sense because that makes sense why Brian and Parisa have been sleeping together and Bailey and Jeremy. You know, that seems like they're just kind of like sleeping over in each other's rooms every night.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think they're just swapping. But yeah, go on.
No, I just think that she miscalculated. I think that
Bailey.
She thought she was protecting Parisa by not telling her.
Yeah.
But she wasn't. She should have told her the same way. Well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But like there was a lot of should someone have told someone about this thing.
Yeah. That's like what the episode should be called.
That's the theme of the episode.
Yeah.
And she should have told Parisa this thing, but she miscalculated, thinking, I think with good intentions, that Parisa would not have been able to handle it or would have misinterpreted it. And it would have caused a spiral.
Totally. So Bailey now reports to Jeremy. So she's I think this is just interesting. You know, Jeremy reacted so poorly when she went on the date with Andrew. So she's like, I want to be really upfront with Jeremy. And she goes up to Jeremy. He's sleeping. Yeah. Jeremy's really catching up on some sleep.
Yeah, he likes a good sleep.
In this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who he reminds me of, Andy? Andy requires a lot of sleep.
I do.
I've never seen anything like it.
I like a good sleep.
You love it.
There's nothing I like more than laying down for a sleep.
And Andy can sometimes, even before he lays down, he's asleep. Like it's like he's one of those people where the head touches the pillow, it's gone.
Yeah, instantly. And I know it too. It's not like I'm like laying down and sleep like, oh, tonight's going to be a rough night to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will hit this pillow and I won't remember having hit the pillow.
Yeah. And what's that like? Is it amazing?
It's lovely. I don't take it for granted.
Okay.
Every time I go to sleep, I'm like, wow, you're a good sleeper. This is a good thing. Yeah. Not many people have this.
Patting yourself on the back.
It's my greatest accomplishment.
So Bailey says to Jeremy, I think we should send Brian home.
I think she's right.
To be honest, this sort of strategy looks good on Bailey.
Yeah.
Even though I know she was doing it more, like she wasn't doing it really for strategy.
It gives her dimension.
Yeah. Suddenly seeing that side of her, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Parisa and Brian. And this is where Parisa plays such an interesting role throughout this episode. Like it almost couldn't be written better than if this were a scripted show. Because Parisa is hinting to Brian. She's like, so is there a thing? Like, because she believes that Brian is the one who asked Bailey on the secret rendezvous. And that's because Bailey told Parisa about it, but didn't say that it was Brian, even when she asked.
You know what this reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of Macbeth. Where Brian's lady? Macbeth and she and Parisa's Lady Macbeth.
Yes.
Out damn spot. Like she can't, well, we'll get to it. But there you could see some parallels, right?
100%.
Yeah, he wants to be king. He's like, I'm going to become king. And she's like, you can do it.
But then she
everything up.
She really does. I mean, so Parisa talks to Brian and he, in order to put her mind at ease as to why he asked Bailey on the secret rendezvous, he's like, okay, well, there's a thing that's been going on. He's assuring her that it's not romantic, which I think is important because Parisa's with him romantically, right? And so it's because the seed has been planted by Bailey that Parisa needs his confirmation.
Right.
And then Brian is like, okay, so Jeremy called Susie. He tells her all this stuff. For the people who don't watch the show, you watch our recaps, so you know that Jeremy called Susie when Bailey went on a date with Andrew. He had a total, I'm going to call it a hissy fit.
You got a hissy fit.
Do you agree?
Yeah,
I mean, people came at you for not hating him as much as they thought you should.
It was a hissy fit, but you know, he's human.
It just seemed hypocritical.
It's paradise.
It seemed hypocritical is all.
Yeah, I agree.
And then he regretted not giving Susie the rose. He thought she would get the rose, blah, blah, blah. So basically, Brian tells Parisa that he plans on telling Bailey this.
Yep.
I think this is where there's now a fork in the road because Brian goes and does this thing and Parisa's like, hey, Alex, come over here.
What is wrong with her?
What was she thinking?
What was she? This was, you know what this was? This was like when Gary put 9 chips on the question.
Yes. It was like he bet half his chips for absolutely no reason. Yeah. There was why couldn't Parisa keep her mouth shut?
Why couldn't she?
This was very unlady Macbethy.
That was part of the plan. It was literally like, he's like, okay, I'm going to go rob this bank. Okay, you get in the getaway car.
Yeah.
And she goes in the getaway car, goes to the police station. Like, my boyfriend's going to rob the bank. How cool is that? All right, I got to go pick him up. I'll be right back.
Exactly. And Alex, when she hears what's going on, she's like, what? What? Yeah. Brian's going to tell Bailey this thing?
And then, of course, she tells everybody.
It spreads like wildfire. It's like,
yeah. What did she think was going to happen? What's the upside of her doing that? She just couldn't keep her mouth shut.
Is that what it was? Parisa couldn't keep her mouth shut?
She just likes to chat. She wanted to tell people stuff.
I could not understand
there was no upside.
What the goal of this was other than just gossip.
No upside.
And I really like Parisa.
I know. This was a bad move.
It was horrendous. I didn't understand whose side she was on. Like, it was obvious. Maybe Brian didn't make it explicitly clear enough.
See, this is the thing, is that, no, he shouldn't have had to make that clear. That should have been a given.
Right?
Yeah. This is the thing about life, right? Sometimes, let's be honest.
Tell us about life, Andy.
This is a life
Can't
story.
Wait. I love your life.
Here's my life story. So in life, we all say once in a while a thing behind someone's back that we would never say to their face.
Correct.
And once in a while, I'm being generous. Some people, it's like 10 times a day.
Lot, yeah.
So
I do make a concerted effort.
I do too. And I always think, I'm like, be careful. Don't say things about people that you wouldn't say to their face. Okay. So that being said, when we do that, 99.9% of the time, it's a safe zone. We don't worry about it getting back to the person.
Yes.
But if everything people said behind people's backs got back to the person, or back to the person's friends, or back to a group of people they didn't want to get to, everyone would be hated.
Yes.
Every single person on earth would be hated by everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole episode is colored by Parisa's mistake.
Yes.
Because this situation should have been contained.
Yes.
And that would have made Brian look different. 100%. And it would have made the whole situation different.
Yes.
But instead, Parisa spilled the beans. And now Brian
immediately.
Now Brian becomes a villain.
Yes.
Even though Brian's already a villain, he had potentially a redeeming moment here if he had done it right.
Yes. Okay, we'll circle back to them because first we have to talk about Kim massaging Faith. So what I thought was a sweet moment, because apparently I'm so naive. He's massaging Faith and she's like, oh, that feels so good.
Yeah, it looked like he was giving her a good massage.
Yeah, she's like into it. And then Kat and Dale are talking about what's going on over there. And Dale's like, oh, it's fake. And then Kathy comes over and is like, is anyone really buying this?
Yeah, why are they being so mean to
Kathy
Kim?
And Dale are really 2 peas in a pod, aren't they?
Right.
They're like, yeah, that's fake. Am I the idiot who thinks that they're real?
I think they have a little thing happening.
I find it a little off-putting. It's like, is anyone buying this?
Yeah, what's wrong with... I would say other relationships are less viable.
I agree. I mean, Kathy...
Faith was crying when
she
Kim
found
was
out,
telling her about his heart stuff.
Yeah.
Crying in a way where she really...
Yeah, but Kathy didn't see that. So from Kathy's perspective, she feels that Kim was just putting the moves on every single woman until one of them happened to bite.
Okay, well, that works too.
But that's also so Kathy. I mean, she's consistent from her Golden Bachelor season. I will say. I mean, this is what she does.
She's a catty B.
Catty B. She kind of is.
Yeah.
Like, do you think she's always been like this?
I think the TV brings it out more in her. But I think she's pretty much like this.
I really
think she's,
don't like
she's
it.
being herself.
I don't like it. I'm
I'm not a huge fan.
Just let people do their thing.
I agree.
You know? Okay, so Brian now finally chats with Bailey. And here we learn, I think this is very interesting, that a lot of people knew about the Susie stuff.
Yeah.
Including Spencer, Andrew, Alex. We even see footage of her saying to Jeremy that she thinks Jeremy should tell Bailey.
Yeah.
Well, that's points for
Good
Alex.
footage, yeah.
She pulls that back too.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I told him that he should tell him. Okay. Bailey says if there's something that she should know about Jeremy, she wants to know it. And he was like, well, where are you at? And she's like, well, we're in a really good place. He's like, then I don't think this will be helpful. I think.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I think he was about to back off.
And she says, well, she's making plans with this person, so she wants to know. So Brian now lets it all out. The night Jeremy gave Bailey the rose, he expected Susie to stay. And I said this last week, and our commenters have been saying that for a few weeks now, that, Justin gave Susie that rose. No one was expecting her to refuse it. Right. I think that this is really crucial.
It is.
Because he thought he was going to be able to have his cake and eat it too.
Yeah, he wanted choice.
Yes. Yes, he did. Jeremy, I believe, is a person who wants choice.
Yes.
And, a lot of people want choice.
Yeah, choice is good.
So he tells her everything. Bailey cries, says thank you, and apologizes for assuming he was being sneaky. Brian says he just wants to protect and prepare her. And he says, quote, just so you know, half the people here do know that.
No. Ouch.
I would want to know that.
I think that's the thing that was most important to tell her.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't want to be the last person finding out about anything. I'll never forget, I did an opera once where the main, one of the male singers in the opera was married and he was having an affair with someone in the cast. And everyone knew about it. And when his wife arrived, everyone knew. And I wasn't close enough with either of them. So I just wasn't, I was like, but it just made me feel sick.
Yeah.
Because I was like, she's now being played a fool.
The whole audience knows she's a fool.
I don't know about the whole audience.
No, a whole audience.
Oh, in this case, a whole audience.
That'd be funny if the audience, they make an announcement before a performance tonight, we would like to announce that the lead is having an affair.
It is an uncomfortable position to put other people in. And granted, this, what's happening here with Jeremy and Bailey, I realize is not an affair, but I still think she had a right to know. Okay, so Andy, you have thoughts.
I have thoughts.
On Brian's execution.
I have thoughts.
Let's go.
And again, my thoughts are in a perfect world. I'm not hard in one camp or another.
Last night you were.
I was, but I thought about it. I softened a little bit.
I've softened too.
Okay. So we've come towards the middle.
I think so.
Okay, good. I think the middle is the right place to be. I think this is a little complex. So the thing that Brian should have done, in my opinion, and it's easier said than done. I agree. Mm-hmm. He should have gone to Jeremy and been like, Jeremy, listen, I'm a big fan of Bailey. Bailey's a sweet girl. I know we talked about, I want you to tell her what happened. Yeah. I think it would be best for you and her. She's going to find out. We're all going to see this show. Who knows? Maybe you'll be in a relationship and it'll ruin it, or maybe you won't and it'll just make her sad. I'm going to tell her if you don't tell her.
Yeah.
So I think you should go tell her.
That's what you think you should.
If you don't tell her, I'm going to tell her.
Okay. We have to remember
not as a threat, but just as she's a friend. I need her to know it's the right thing for you to do. I think it's going to be good for you to tell her. If you don't, I'm going to tell her.
Okay, so two things on that. Last week, he did say to Jeremy's face, I think Bailey's an awesome girl and you're a cold motherfucker.
Okay, but that's...
I know, it still didn't become the sort of...
beating around the bush.
Yeah. And also, by doing that, he's letting Jeremy become kind of the hero when it is a competition.
I have...
But I agree, though. When the general consensus is that it's not his place to insert himself in someone else's relationship, which I do agree with.
He didn't do it the right way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was a noble cause. I'd like to give him that credit.
Yeah, I want to give him that credit, too, just because it's more interesting if it is noble.
It is. But Brian's Brian. We've seen Brian. It's a suspect what his motivations are. I think it's hard not to assume that part of this was calculated, part of this was self-serving for the game, right?
Yeah. What was he thinking? What was the stride? This felt very half-baked.
I think that he thought, and Parisa thought, that this move was going to endear them to the group more. And
but they wanted it to be a secret.
And it was going to knock Jeremy out.
Okay, like knock him out of the competition.
They thought it would be...
They didn't think Bailey was just going to go right back to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to be honest, I didn't know if she was either. We'll get to that.
I don't know. All I know is I think the calculation was... Look, let's be honest. This wasn't 100% out of the goodness of his heart. Can we agree on that?
I agree with that.
Okay. Maybe it was 50%. 50% game.
I think it was at most 50% out of the goodness of his heart. And I think that he was really put off by Jeremy's God complex last week.
There is no good friend of mine. And granted, I'd like to think my good friends aren't scumbags, but there is no good friend of mine that I would do this to without fully confronting them first and being like, you need to do this. Someone needs to do this. I think it should be you.
Yeah.
Don't make it me. So the fact that he did this to Jeremy, and it is an act of violence against Jeremy,
yes,
clearly,
absolutely,
shows that he's pissed at Jeremy and he wants Jeremy off the show.
Yes.
No one does this to Jeremy if they have good feelings towards Jeremy, if they don't want to cause pain on Jeremy. It's not just about making sure Bailey's okay.
Yeah. But Jeremy also feels this way about Brian, so I just don't think that Brian's...
No.
I guess I sound like I'm kind of team Brian.
Yeah.
But I just really felt Bailey should know this information.
Yes.
And if I were her, I would be extremely hurt that all of these people did not tell me.
I agree. Rather than giving Brian all the credit for telling her, I think we should discredit the rest of the cast for keeping this a secret to themselves when they were friends with Bailey.
Yeah, and I think that plays into the hard time they give Brian.
Yeah.
You're like when Andrew and Spencer are like, they are really like, he's like a whipping post. They're like, that's not your place, blah, blah, blah. You're inserting yourself.
They're all in solidarity.
Yes, because they're like, we didn't tell her, so you're making us look bad for not telling her.
He made everyone look bad. He made Jeremy angry.
Yes.
He obviously upset Bailey tremendously, but that was part of the parcel.
And Bailey continued to the very end of the episode, said she's glad he told her.
Of course she is. Of course Bailey's glad he told her.
Yes.
What she has, that's all gain for her.
Yes.
Knowledge. Very powerful knowledge.
Yeah.
But everyone else in the cast is pissed off.
Yes. But I think that's important. We have to remember that the raking over the coals that Brian endured is in large part people defending themselves for not telling Bailey.
This was way more than bro code.
Yes.
They kept saying this was bro code. And yes, it is in the bro code department for sure. This falls in there as well. But it's
also
not
girl code. I mean, there were a lot of women. Kat, Alex, none of them told her.
No, I'm saying bro code is just a rounding error. The real issue here was that everyone felt bad. They were like, don't make us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
You're making us all look bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know who was the most pissed off about it? Kat.
Kat was pissed.
I thought that was so interesting.
She had that look. She was like, we will assassinate you for this.
Yes. She wanted vengeance.
Mm-hmm. This is the interesting thing about Paradise, right? People jump on the villain bandwagon so fast, right? This is why I like to be measured. I try my best.
Yeah,
so I think in the past, it's been easy to jump on villains. And usually we're right, I think, with villains, usually. But I think that Brian and Jeremy are a little more complicated than people are making them out. I do. I think Brian, who is the biggest villain, everybody hates Brian, right? Everybody. I haven't seen one single positive comment about Brian.
As we talked about last week, it is really interesting watching two villains hash it out because it comes down to which one you dislike more versus which one you like more.
Correct.
Or just versus which one you like less.
Well, the enemy of your enemy, all that stuff. But and this is the other interesting thing. Okay, we talked about Brian now. Now Brian's a complicated villain maybe in some people's eyes. What about Jeremy? Why does everyone on the cast like Jeremy so much? Are they all wrong? Has he pulled the wool over everybody's eyes? Is everybody wrong in the cast to like Jeremy? Because let's be honest, everybody likes Jeremy except Brian, and everyone in Bachelor Nation hates Brian. So what's Jeremy?
Well, when we released a reel last week where we polled people on which villain they were rooting for, if they had to choose one, over 60-something% said, I can't choose, don't make me do it. But Jeremy won out.
Yeah, the majority of the minority preferred Jeremy.
Yeah, but not by a ton.
Not by a ton.
And someone left a really interesting comment there where they said that they preferred Brian. So you're wrong about that. Not everyone hates Brian completely, but this person didn't like Brian.
No, the one piece of evidence for liking Brian is someone hating him less than Jeremy. No, sorry.
But the person was like, Jeremy is more calculated. The comment was fantastic. Yeah. It was very much like Jeremy thinks 2 steps ahead. He's like yes, even this, down to the fact that he has this army of people who are reporting to him, keeping his secret for him. Bailey should have been told. If I were Bailey, I'd be pissed that no one told me. And that is because Jeremy is a better villain.
Yes.
Meaning he's
better at villaining.
Better at villainy, and means he's good at keeping his army in line.
Yeah.
And it also means that he's probably a slightly worse person.
You know what? You make a good argument.
Meanwhile, Brian's kind of like
more bumbling.
He's bumbling. He's a bull in a china shop. Why the hell would Brian do this on a week where he's not safe?
It makes no sense.
He should have only done this if he had won the compatibility challenge. There's no chance that he was going home.
I mean, maybe he did this out of the goodness of his heart. And if he did, Bachelor Nation is going to have to apologize.
If there's one thing I know about Bachelor Nation, it's that they don't apologize.
That's true.
Okay, so Bailey approaches Jeremy now, who's passed out in bed. And she's equally upset about the Susie stuff as she is that everyone knows except her, which is exactly how I would feel about it. He, of course, says all the right things. He doesn't deny it, but he's like, oh, no, I've changed my mind. Blah, blah, blah.
You know, rolling out a Z's like that and being right on point says something about Jeremy.
What does it say?
I'm all out of sorts. If I'm in the middle of a sleep and I get woken up with that, I'm saying all the wrong things. I don't know where I am.
So you're giving him credit right now?
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm saying that he's calculated. He comes out and he's ready to roll.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of REM sleep and he's just like, oh, we've got a breakup situation.
Mm-hmm.
I got this.
Yeah.
I know how to deal with this.
I'll hug her. I'll say this. Yeah.
Snaps into it.
So also villain behavior.
Good villain. Sharleen, you are a vision in that dress.
Oh, thank you, husband. My 100% European linen strapless dress from Quince.
Mm-hmm.
I love this thing. This is summer, isn't this?
100%.
Quince nails, they nail every style, but their linen is on fire. It wears and washes so well. I've got shirts from them. I've got shorts from them. I've got tops. I mean, the linen has taken over my closet. I'm going to be honest. I'm in my linen era. But on top of that, their handbags, I now have 2 Quince handbags. The quality is through the roof, but what makes Quince extra special is they partner directly with the factories and they pass those savings on to you. So we are talking 50 to 80% less than you are used to spending for pieces of this style and quality. And so it's like everything is on sale all the time. It's like Black Friday prices just every day.
And how much did that dress cost you?
A dress like this, you guys know, a maxi 100% linen dress. If you put a designer label in there, this dress is easily like $289, $349, but no, $69.90.
I would imagine that's how much just the linen would cost by weight.
Right? And you would think with prices like this, there's bad stuff going on, right? You'd be like,
I would definitely think that.
But Quince only partners with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices. So your wallet is at ease, but also your mind.
So give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince.
Go to quince.com/Shandy for free shipping on your order and a whopping 365-day returns.
That's QUINCE.com/Shandy for free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/Shandy.
Mud water, super functional coffee alternative.
Oh, good Bob Dylan, Andy.
Thank you.
I feel like mud water is something that Bob Dylan would drink.
And let me tell you something. There is nothing that makes me happier after a day when I've already had my cup of coffee, where you say, hey, Andy, can I make you a mud water?
I don't even say it. I'm like, Andy, would you like something? And you're like, mud water?
Yeah, I'm like a puppy. It's like, would you like your...
Mud water is Andy's TREAT, if you know what I mean. It is like a fancy turmeric chai you might get at your local coffee shop that would cost like $7.50, $8, but you can make it in the comfort of your own home. What I like to do is I do a scoop of the mud water. I add a tiny bit of honey and soy milk. You froth it up. It's delicious. It feels decadent, but you also don't feel guilty about it because 1 tablespoon of mud water is a mere 20 calories. It gives me energy. It gives me like when I'm starting to feel in the afternoon.
It takes away the afternoon crash.
Yes, but without ruining your night's sleep.
So if you're ready to make the switch to cleaner energy, head to mudwater.com and grab your starter kit today.
Right now, our Shandies get an exclusive deal of up to 43% off your entire order, plus free shipping, plus a free rechargeable frother when using code Shandy.
That's up to 43% 33% off with code Shandy at mudwtr.com.
After you purchase, they'll ask how you heard about them. Support Dear Shandy and tell them we sent you.
Keep your energy natural and refreshing all year long with Mud Water.
Because life's too short for anything less than clean, delicious energy. Brian and Parisa chat. He asks if anyone noticed what was going on. And Parisa, Lady Macbeth, she's like, no. She doesn't tell him that she told Alex, who then proceeded to tell everyone. And I thought it was so funny how when Dale goes up to Brian, he's like, there's a rumor going around that you told Bailey, blah, blah, blah. And Brian's like, no. And he was like, okay, yeah. I thought you were a higher integrity person than that. Because Dale is the ultimate abider by the bro code.
He loves bro code.
He and Jeremy are really locked into bro code together.
Yeah.
They could really run off into the sunset together, couldn't they?
If I ever have to murder someone, I'm calling Jeremy or Dale.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would murder someone with me, but
they would.
If we were together,
yes,
and the murder had to be happening,
yeah,
I'd feel comfortable being with you.
You'd be connected by your penises.
Correct.
You'd be like, we all have penises. Yes, we defend each other till death.
It's not about penises.
I just think it's so interesting that as, this catches like wildfire. Okay, it's going through Paradise. Whenever it's like, oh, Brian's telling Bailey about Susie, everyone knows exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about how unfair it is that Bailey didn't know. It's not like anyone needed to be explained what was happening. The only person that needed to be explained was Parisa.
Is it fair to say that sometimes
it's because Parisa and Bailey were close? I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't tell Parisa.
Oh, you think it was they want to keep the secret intact?
Yeah. I'm realizing that. Okay, so Alex goes and talks to Bailey. Bailey immediately to Alex is like, "Did you know?" And Alex.
Oh, Alex. So much peddling.
She's like, I told Jeremy he should tell you. And Bailey was like, well, what the hell? Like everyone knew but me, blah, blah. And this is where Alex lost me. Yeah. She was like, well, Jeremy was really upset that you were going on that date with Andrew. I'm sorry. That pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh, she felt, she got caught red-handed.
I just don't think he should be defended in that.
Anyway,
she's defending herself. What she is really doing is defending herself.
Yes.
Alex didn't know the part about, quote, if Susie came back, I'd propose on the spot. Was that said? Because he later on denies it.
He said it in passing to Brian. It almost sounded like a joke, but maybe it was serious.
Yeah, I think it was a joke. Yeah, but he did say it. Okay, so back with the men, there's a lot of flurry, a lot of people talking. Dale is like, did you hear the blah, blah, blah? And Jeremy says, whatever, I'm going back to sleep.
God, the guy's such a good sleeper. I mean, yeah, Jeremy is.
For our listeners, I'm rolling my eyes right now. See, this is where I want to be Team Jeremy. I really do. We met him in the street that one time. He lives in New York.
Day.
I strongly suspect that they're still together today. Because Bailey did take, I strongly suspect. And I think Bailey has great taste. I don't think she would be with someone bad. But it really bothers me. It's the lack of I don't know if he's pretending not to care or if he really doesn't care to that extent. But the fact that he's like, whatever, I'm going back to sleep while Bailey is packing her bags in tears is messed up to me.
It is a little messed up. I think that he was just fed up. He was pissed off. And he was acting out.
It's not his place.
I know.
It's not his place to be pissed off and acting out. He should be completely concerned about her.
I understand.
Whatever, I'm going back to sleep.
I understand. I think you're right.
And if I'm completely honest, you have a little seed of this in you. And it's my least favorite thing about you.
Me and most guys.
Yeah, but it drives me crazy. Like if we get it, it's something about sleep. You're like, sleep.
I love sleeping.
If Andy and I get in a fight at night, which is usually when we get
tired.
In a fight.
I get sleepy when I get into a fight.
Usually when we fight, it's at night because I am more likely to be in that mode at night. And you just completely retreat. You're like, I'm tired.
No.
And what that comes across as, if I'm completely honest, is apathy. And in this case, it's hard to read Jeremy's reaction as anything but apathy when he says, whatever, I'm going back to sleep, while she's in a couple rooms over crying, packing her bags.
That clearly was not the right thing to do.
No.
But, I feel like sleep is an escape from a fight.
Okay.
Like I want to escape.
Yeah,
from
you
the
want
fight.
to. No, what you want to do is you want to fast forward to the resolution because you're like right now, nothing. It's not going to be productive, right?
Or if I go to sleep, maybe it'll become all a dream.
Oh,
Yeah, just sleep it away.
Yeah. Well, in a way, you kind of do.
Sleep is the best remedy for a fight. Not during the fight, though. I've learned that the hard way. I once fell asleep during a fight with a girlfriend.
You've fallen asleep during several fights.
No, I know, but it was one really bad one.
Yeah.
She smacked me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was asleep. I fell asleep and I just suddenly woke up. I was smacked in the face. It's the only time a girl's ever hit me.
Yeah.
I deserved it, I guess.
I think I know the story and I think you did deserve it. I'm siding with your ex in this case.
Yeah, I'm siding with my ex too.
But yeah, again, this is me wanting to be Team Jeremy because I do think he really does care about Bailey. Yeah. I want to get that out of the way.
I agree.
I think he genuinely likes Bailey. I don't think he would be able to fake it if he didn't. I think it's a 95% chance that they're still together today. I don't actually know any spoilers. If you've read spoilers, please do not comment.
I get the feeling they're together too.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. And so
if this didn't break them up, they're still together.
100%. The fact that she took him back based on this.
Yeah. And you kind of knew she was. I wasn't fooled by the whole packing up. I think these guys are strong. Even this, they can survive.
Yeah, but are they strong or is Bailey just extremely compassionate and understanding?
No,
and
she really likes Jeremy.
I know, but does she like him too much?
Well, hey, I mean, who are you to say? Hey. Who knows? Maybe she does like him too much. But the point is she likes him a lot.
Yes.
And Jeremy likes her a lot. And Jeremy wanted his cake and he wanted to eat it too.
Yeah,
That's why he wanted Susie there. He wanted to paradise as hard as humanly possible.
Yeah, but we have to remember now that it was days ago. It was days ago.
It was 16 years ago. No, but seriously, he was on Paradise. Mm-hmm. Jeremy even said, I think there was something he said when we met him in the street, something about like he was going to paradise hard.
Is it really?
Maybe I'm just
I think you're making this up.
Oh, no. He said he was going to work out hard. That's what it was. Wasn't?
Oh, we already knew that part.
And he definitely worked out hard.
Okay, so now it's the next day. It's day 14. So we have to remember that. Day 14, maybe this happened day 7?
No, I don't know.
I guess I'm just trying to find a way to be okay with Bailey just forgiving him for this. But, she trusts him.
Listen, this is why she forgave him. This is what I want people to understand. She forgave him not because she's a forgiving person. She forgave him because of the connection they have.
Yeah.
And if they have that connection, Jeremy's not faking that. You can't fake the type of connection that gets Jeremy forgiven for that kind of act.
One thing we know about Jeremy, and one thing you've been giving him credit for this whole season, is the fact that he is authentic. Whether you love him, you hate him, he is honest.
He's authentically bad. He's authentically good.
Yes. And in this case, I do not think he would be with Bailey if he did not really like her.
100%. I think he's treating her well. Mm-hmm. I think they have a really good connection.
Yeah.
And yes, I think it wasn't a good call that he kept this a secret. That was a bad Jeremy.
So he says this morning, the morning that we're talking about now, he says the phone call to Susie wasn't something he was avoiding. He just didn't really think it was that big a deal.
And I'm going to tell you something right now. People can judge me.
Okay.
I'm jumping in this. Okay. If I was Jeremy, I don't know if I would have told Bailey about the Susie call. Don't think I would have done it.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, so I'm Bailey.
You're Bailey. Oh shit.
Well, you talked recently. Was it the Perfect Match episode?
You got me there.
Was it the Perfect Match recap where you talked about this? Where you talked about putting yourself in the shoes?
Okay, so you're Bailey.
I'm Bailey.
Hold on, let me think about this now. No, I don't tell you.
Really?
I don't tell you.
You tell me after we leave the show.
Because it's an afterthought. Who cares? Who cares what I did at a time when we didn't have a very strong connection?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it was the first week I met you.
Yeah.
We just had that little thing. We went on that date. Yeah, it was very special. Clearly was the beginning of something good. Yeah. But let's say that week there was some girl I had lingering. I was like, oh, yeah, let's see what's going on with that. And I just messed around with her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would have told you.
Well... Okay, so when we did first get together,
there
were other people that we had,
that
we had going on.
We were
kind of like feeling each other out. We weren't totally committal, but I'm going to tell you right now, I was the one who was still playing the field a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were the one who shut down all the other options.
That's true.
And I would be lying if I said I didn't clock that you shut down your other options.
But I didn't tell you about all my other options.
Yeah, you did. Later.
Maybe.
Later.
But who cares? Would you have needed to know? Isn't the act of me shutting it down enough? Did you need to know? Isn't the act of me giving you all of myself in the relationship clearly enough? Do you need to know what happened in the past and what things could be misinterpreted? He's in paradise. And again, I don't want people to think I'm just coming to bat for Jeremy.
You are.
I think
I think it's cute. I think he needs it. No one's coming to bat for Jeremy.
I may spend an hour with Jeremy and be like, this guy sucks. He's a piece of shit.
He might be in the 65%.
Yes. Yeah. And that's very possible. But I'm saying what I see on this show is a guy who's in a very good relationship with a woman and a guy who in the birth, the water breaking of his time on Paradise, he made some sloppy moves that everyone seems to make here and there. The difference is he got involved in a very serious relationship after having done something stupid like that.
Yeah.
The one part about Jeremy, which I think is a little weak, is what he told Brian in that bedroom during the bird dancing thing.
Yeah.
That's the part that gives me conflict.
Which wasn't that long ago, by the way.
But that being said,
because that was after the fact and he still felt that way. So it wasn't just a heat of the moment. I'm calling Susie because I'm pouting and I'm having a temper tantrum. It was some time later that he reports it and he's still feeling that same way.
That's the part. It's not the call to Susie, which that was too early in the game.
Yeah, and that was a heat of the moment situation.
And I stand by. I don't know if I would have told you about that call to Susie. But the fact...
I'm going to tell you right now that there would have been hell to pay when I found out about that call to Susie. Especially if I later found out that everyone I was living with, eating with, sleeping in the same room as, like hanging by the pool with, doing all this stuff with, all knew and I didn't know.
Well, that
is disrespectful. You're the last person to know.
Yeah, but I'm showing you with my heart how I feel about you. Why do I need to tell you about ancient history?
Okay, so I agree, show don't tell, but in this case, telling is showing.
Okay.
By telling you this piece of important information and not making you the last person to know about it, I am showing my respect for you.
I see what you're saying.
Mic drop. It's over, Andy.
It's over. I lost the battle.
Sorry. Okay, so Bailey comes out. She asks Jeremy about the proposing on the spot comment. He denies ever saying this. He did say it, but I do think it was sort of like an off-the-cuff joke.
If she came back, I would give Susie the proposal. And I'll propose to her on this one.
We learned from his Bachelorette season that Jeremy has a sort of, a sardonic sense of humor. And I think that this is something he would say and forget that he had said.
Yeah, and we'll see. Time will tell. If he's with Bailey for the next year, clearly...
are we betting? Andy.
I'm not yet. We only bet at the end of the season.
Okay.
But if he is with her...
Do you want to bet now if whether or not they're still together?
I bet. I know. I would bet. No, I don't know. I know in my heart. I don't know.
Actually, I'm not willing to bet against that.
Do people know? Is it out there? Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's out.
But don't tell us if you know, please.
I am very confident they're still together.
Okay.
I have not spoken to Jeremy.
Yeah.
I have not seen spoilers.
Now, we officially cannot read comments now.
No.
Because there's going to be there's jerk.
Going to be a comment. Yeah. So I think they're together. And I think that, that's the proof in the pudding. If they're together for some time after this, then it all means nothing, right? But she could go back to Susie after this and try to date her.
I don't think Susie's interested.
She's not going to take it.
Yeah.
Well, then the question becomes this. If Susie just doesn't want him and then Bailey is the consolation prize, does that still count?
Well, this is part of the issue. We will not know whether or not he actually chose Bailey because Susie, I think, pretty clearly rejected him.
Yeah.
She rejected him in the phone call. I bet you anything, producers were on the phone with her, like, Susie, come back. Jeremy's thinking about you. They would have given it. They probably were offering her 5-figure checks to come fly back to Costa Rica and make an appearance. And Susie being Susie was like, no,
she wasn't having it. She didn't want to be with
but I think that this is really important.
Yeah.
This brings me back to Love is Blind season 8 when Meg, regarding Madison and Mason, was like, at that point when Madison had rejected him, I knew that I would never know whether he had actually chosen me or not because he was already single. He was released by the choice.
Right.
In this case, I think that is crucial information.
But isn't everyone released from somebody before they find their forever person? Isn't there somebody who like the fish that got away, so to speak, or the fish that never wanted you, fish that never enjoyed your bait?
Maybe to some extent, even if you were doing the choosing.
Yeah.
You make a good point. Yeah.
Look, this is all I'm going to say. It's I am, the jury is out on Jeremy for me. I lean like
Jeremy.
He's a bit of a scumbag.
Oh, do you? I feel like you don't.
No, I lean a little like he's a little questionable, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Nothing that I haven't seen a million times on these shows.
Okay.
But let's just make an agreement here. If Jeremy stays with Bailey, and I wouldn't put it past Jeremy to stay with Bailey just to make himself look better. But let's just say
that's part of the problem.
But let's just say he's not that person.
Okay.
Can we agree that if Jeremy is with Bailey in a happy relationship for at least 1 year from after this show, can we just agree that he's human and that he's not a terrible person?
All it takes is 1 year.
Okay, 1 year. Jeremy's like marking on his calendar. He's like, break up with Bailey on August 9th.
Okay, so Bailey forgives him and says in her ITM that she gives more grace here than in the real world because of the time crunch. And I trust that she feels that way, but I also suspect Bailey is, in general, a forgiving person.
Bailey's in love with Jeremy, let's be honest. She's clearly in love with him.
She is head over heels.
And I think he's kind of in love. I think he's getting in love with her.
Okay, Kathy now is talking shit about Kim and Faith. She says, I'm sure he'd make a woman who watches soap operas on the sofa all day very happy.
That's mean. It's really mean. Is Kathy
She's not as funny as she thinks she is.
She's not as funny as she thinks she is. She's always trying to make the Kathy show.
Yes.
But being mean like that to an easy target like Kim is just not nice.
I agree.
And it's not funny.
And I mean, I was someone who was heavily criticizing Kim just a couple of weeks ago, but I just don't think he deserves that.
You're kicking a man when he's down. He's guys like an inch away from a heart attack. You know?
Bailey now is covering for Brian. I think this is interesting.
Yeah.
When Jeremy, he assumes it's Brian and she's like, no. And then of course, now this at the rose ceremony cocktail party, it's this like, was it Brian? Was it not Brian?
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that they could pull off this lie. And when I say they, I mean him and Lady Macbeth. But no, it's too big a lie to pull off.
No.
And Bailey doesn't commit hard enough.
Not even close.
No. So yeah, it seems like Brian's on the chopping block until Lady Macbeth is like, you have to go tell Jeremy.
Yeah.
She's like, go tell Jeremy, go apologize, go tell him, blah, blah, blah. And so Brian's like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
So Burnham would come to Dunsinane.
Okay, so Andrew and Spencer are coming at Brian over the code of bro.
Yeah.
They're like, we would never do that.
Yeah.
But also because we didn't do it.
That's right.
I think they're as much covering for themselves. And now Wells, this is why Wells is Wells.
Yeah.
He has a very interesting ITM here. He's like, am I taking crazy pills? Everyone is acting like Jeremy's the good guy done wrong by Brian, but are we forgetting that Jeremy's the one who did the thing in the first place?
Right. He is correct about that. Jeremy is not the good guy.
No.
He is still the bad guy.
But you're right. What it shows is that Jeremy knows how to manage relationships.
Yes. This is
much better.
This is part of life.
It is.
Unfortunately, we're all animals.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah.
And Jeremy's done a much better PR job.
Way better. And it is in some ways the most important part.
Yes. And he is the bad guy in this situation. And Brian is technically the good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
But it didn't end up that way.
Yeah. And I don't think that Brian really understands why.
No, he's confused as hell.
Yeah.
He's like, I put my neck on the line to be the good guy. It's almost like he wants the credit.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't care about Bailey anymore. He's like, me, look at me. I'm a good guy.
Yeah. But even that mindset shows why he's in this position in the first place.
Yeah.
Because he's not managing the relationships. It really, oh my God, how much of a metaphor for life is this?
Yeah.
How that's what it comes down to. I remember like reaching a point in my life where this is when I was still trying to do the influencer thing and like doing photo shoots and stuff, which I lost interest in after a couple of years.
That was hilarious, by the way.
I tried. It was so exhausting.
I know. You did. You'd put
I would
in
wake
effort.
up early on Sunday mornings and like go like
photo
shoot.
shoots.
Yeah, spend half the day
that.
taking photos.
Sometimes
and
you drag me. I would do the photo shoots. I'd be like,
let's just say the podcast is better. I tried every... Our go-to is you. Our go-to is you kissing my cheek.
yeah.
We tried. Okay.
I'm glad those days are over.
Every former Bachelor contestant has to do that for a little while.
No,
okay?
I know.
Especially you get all these like endorsement deals, but you get all these like
of course
paid posts.
People want to pay you.
Like, yeah,
so you got to do the posts.
There was a while where I would get paid more for one post than for a whole opera contract. Like I would be crazy not to do that.
So sad. What kind of world do we live in?
I know. Anyway, yeah, totally. But I had this moment in time where I realized that I liked one person's photos the best, but the person I would choose to photograph with, I liked the best. It was about the relationship.
I have had this situation with work as well. I pick the nice person over the good work every time.
Yeah. You're just like, I don't want to deal with that.
No, you want to work with people you like.
Yes.
And you want to be with people you like. You want to be surrounded by people you like.
Okay, so now it's voting time. It's mainly between Brian and Kim. And now we have our rose ceremony. Jonathan gives his rose to Leia. We knew there would be a you're welcome coming in here. Yeah. He got a lot of credit for this, but I mean, it's kind of like low-hanging fruit.
Very low-hanging fruit.
Spencer gives his rose to Jess, Andrew to Alex, Dale to Kat, Sean to Alicia, Jeremy to Bailey, Keith to Kathy. Kathy says they have a different kind of love. Andy.
What kind is that?
I think it's companionate. It's just companion.
I haven't even seen them hanging out.
I know. The only time we saw them hanging out was her trying to talk shit about.
You know what the love they have is they have the love of staying on television.
Parisa in her ITM says Brian put a bullseye on his back tonight, and I'm like, she's the one who told everyone about the bullseye. Just saying.
I know.
I'm not saying he didn't do the act. He did do the thing, but
she agreed to the thing and blew the cover.
Yes, but Brian ends up being safe. Andy, he gives his rose to Parisa, and he says in his ITM that it was the ladies who protected him.
It was. Yeah, thanks to Parisa.
I do think Parisa played. I think Parisa was behind the scenes throughout this whole episode, lighting everything on fire and then putting out the fire.
Completely.
It's funny to imagine. Our Lady Macbeth.
Yeah. Not a direct correlation for our literary shandies. I know they're going to come at us. Be like, that's not exactly Lady Macbeth, but it's Lady Macbeth-ish.
Going home are Kim and Faith. I feel lukewarm about this.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see this continue. I certainly ship this way more than I do Keith and Kathy just hanging out there together.
Now the question is, do Kim and Faith stay together after this? What do you think?
I mean, he had to kind of look on his face like they would be.
Felt like, I think they stick it out for a little bit. What do you think?
I mean, like I said, maybe I'm the idiot who's buying this, but I want to believe it's true.
Can we do an over-under on Kim and Faith?
Okay, being still together
after the final row, like after the real
final
time,
episode of the
final
season.
episode of this season. What are we doing? We're doing 3 months over under.
Wait, 3 months after the finale airs?
Yeah, you say 3 months.
3 months. Okay.
3 months is that the over under?
That's giving them a lot of credit. I was going to say, just are they still together at the finale?
Fine,
airing?
let's do the finale.
Okay.
Are they still together?
How much are we betting?
$5.
Okay, I bet $5 that they are still together.
I agree.
Okay.
No bet.
Okay, no bet.
No bet. Just maybe, and I told you so.
Yeah,
a weak, a tepid, lukewarm, I told you so.
Okay, now we have a preview. This is the show looking increasingly like Survivor. The challenges are becoming more Survivor. I think more strategy comes into play, and I think this is smart. We see Sean being like, why are you aiming for the weaker couplings or the less strong couples? You should be seeing them as threats, which I think is totally true.
Yeah.
Like Spencer and Jess should be voted out.
Of course, it's a game.
Okay, Andy, that brings us to our episode MVP. Who is your winner? Well, we'll do a 1, 2, 3 and then say. And remember, this is someone who made the episode more interesting.
Okay.
Oh, this is tough because to me, it's clearly between Macbeth and Lady Macbeth.
I mean, yes, but I think.
Let me think about this. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Brian.
Yeah. Brian ultimately did the thing.
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Okay. Who is your A game winner, Andy?
You know, I hate to do this.
No, I think I know who you're going to say.
And I want everyone to know that I am not.
I know what you're going to say.
This is
okay.
not.
Can I predict what you're going to say?
Yes.
Your A game winner is Jeremy.
Yes.
for being woken up in the middle of the night. He was in REM mode on his sleep app.
How do you not give that man
and
a game?
he recovered. I give it to you.
In the middle, there was butterflies and puppies dancing in a field, and he woke it up with a breakup.
Yeah.
A potential breakup.
Yeah.
On TV.
He was so confident in his game that he's like, whatever, I'm going to sleep.
Come on. Look, you hate him or love him, but in general, I guess hate him.
He evidently has game.
The guy's got game, and he's Jeremy. He's always Jeremy.
Yeah, yep.
That's what I want. I want my TV people to just be who they are. If they suck, I want them to suck genuinely.
Yeah.
If they're evil, I want them to be evil genuinely.
Yeah.
And if they're good, just be good.
Yep.
Jeremy's Jeremy.
Okay. Finally, Andy, who would we go for? I know yours.
Okay.
Yours is Bailey.
Yes.
Obviously.
Okay.
Bailey is it's Bailey.
It's Bailey. Yeah.
You'd write down to how forgiving she was, what she was upset about.
Yeah.
Bailey does everything right. And I think that's part of Jeremy's downfall is how likable Bailey is.
Okay. So that's interesting that you said Bailey does everything right. Mm-hmm. So what does that make Jeremy?
That's what I said that earlier. I was like, Jeremy can't be that bad if Bailey would go for him.
You did say that.
I did say that.
I'm reiterating your point.
Okay.
I'm stealing your point.
Okay, so you guess for me now. Bearing in mind that I still can't go for Jesse.
You really like Jesse.
Jesse he blows every other guy on this season out of the
I
water.
think you would go for Jesse just regardless of the show. Starting to get that feeling. I don't know if he should be going to Canada anymore.
He's perfectly bilingual.
He is. He does. It kind of turns me on too, that French.
Okay, so let me think for a second. Okay, guess.
It's Spencer.
No.
Huh.
I'm finding Spencer a little holier than thou.
Andrew?
Yeah.
But
it was Andrew last week. What I like about Andrew is he still has that bit of skepticism. He's got a bit of edge. He's got a bit of
I mean it's kind of a toss up, but I think
Andrew is he's definitely still on the squeaky clean side, but let's be honest, I have a very weak selection.
You don't have a great selection.
Yeah.
No, but Andrew.
Definitely Andrew.
That's good.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. I mean, I know Andrew that if he's like matched with someone else, he's like, I have a really good thing going with Sharleen. That's what he would say. He would shut it down immediately.
Oh, that was cute.
Okay, Andy, that is a wrap for this recap.
All right.
If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify
podcast ratings and reviews. Tell your friends and generally do all the things you would do to support a podcast you enjoy. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on... I keep laughing to myself about your poses in our photo shoot. Ruby.
Oh, she missed you. Charlene's been gone for 3 days.
Oh my God. The Shandys that came to the show said that their dog, so they watch on YouTube, and that their dog always comes over when I go, Ruby.
Really?
Ruby, yeah.
Oh, that's
Isn't that
cute.
so cute?
Oh my God, look at that
Look at
thing.
this thing.
Look at that thing.
Oh, I missed you.
Oh.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear We'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye.